Hello everyone, welcome to my bold and beautiful update channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Bold and beautiful recap, Feb 10 to 14. Poppy's plea and seduction secrets exposed. The bold and the beautiful recaps for February 10 to 14 covers a tumultuous week in Los Angeles. Poppy's secrets and lies had her scrambling. Carter felt the heat. Daphne Rose turned on the charm, and so much more. Monday, February 10, 2025. Finn, Tanner Novlin, struggled with the paternity secret at the Cliff House while Steffi, Jacqueline Mixon's Wood, sensed something was troubling him. She encouraged him to share his thoughts. However, Finn hesitated, believing the moment was not right. Despite Steffi's persistence, Finn decided to keep the truth to himself for the night, choosing instead to focus on their anniversary and everything they had overcome as a couple. Meanwhile, at Bill's, Don Diamond, Place, Liam, Scott Clifton, and Bill discussed Steffi and Finn's anniversary and everything they had endured. Liam bitterly recalled how he and Kelly had almost lost Steffi due to Luna's actions. Luna, who was listening from the shadows, appeared regretful. Liam remained resentful, arguing that Luna had deceived him into believing she was his daughter. Bill, however, insisted that Luna was already paying for her crimes. Liam was unconvinced, still uneasy about Luna's past presence in Finn's home around the children. Bill reassured him that Luna was no longer a danger, as she was in prison where she belonged. At the Forrester mansion, Brooke, Catherine Kelly Lang, confronted Ridge, Thorsten K., about his relationship with Taylor, Rebecca Bodig, expressing her disappointment over how quickly he had turned to her. She pleaded with Ridge to work on their future together, emphasizing their unbreakable bond. Taylor entered the room and accused Brooke of attempting to manipulate Ridge into forgiving her. The conversation grew heated, with Brooke defending her support of Hope, Annika Noel, and Carter, Lawrence St. Victor. After Brooke left, Ridge admitted to Taylor that he had expected her to show remorse. Taylor, however, was unsurprised, pointing out that Brooke always begged for forgiveness after going too far. Later, at Forrester Creations, Brooke looked at the press release naming her CEO and became emotional, reminiscing about her past with Ridge. She vowed never to give up on their relationship. Tuesday, February 11, 2025. Finn spent the morning at the Cliff House, deep in thought about his recent discovery regarding Luna. Steffi appeared and noticed his distracted state, expressing her love for him before leaving for work. She reassured him that they could talk later, but Finn remained troubled. Once alone, he agonized over how to tell Steffi that Luna was his daughter, fearing the impact it would have on their marriage. Meanwhile, at Il Giardino, Poppy, Romy Park, was desperate to reach Finn. Deacon Sean Cannon, noticing her unease, approached and speculated about the toll Luna's actions had taken on her. He acknowledged that despite everything, she still loved her daughter. Deacon wondered if Luna's life would have turned out differently had she known her father. When he pointed to a tribute photo of Tom and Hollis, Poppy became emotional and abruptly left. At Bill's place, Luna was surprised to hear that Finn had visited her in prison. She reflected on their distant past, recalling how she had always admired him. However, she assumed he had only wanted to confirm that she was no longer a threat. As she flashed back to holding Steffi captive, she whispered an apology, hoping for forgiveness. At the Forrester mansion, Ridge and Taylor shared a romantic morning together, discussing their future. Steffi soon arrived and spoke about her anniversary with Finn, saying they had set everything aside to focus on each other. The conversation shifted to Luna's crimes, and Steffi expressed her belief that she would remain behind bars forever. Meanwhile, Poppy confronted Finn at his office, pleading with him not to reveal Luna's parentage. Finn, however, was furious that he had been denied the chance to be a father. He blamed Poppy for the devastation Luna had caused, including the deaths of 2 men. Despite her insistence on moving forward, Finn remained adamant about telling Steffi the truth, even as he dreaded how much more she could endure. As he received a loving text from Steffi, he looked deeply troubled. Wednesday, February 12, 2025. Poppy continued to plead with Finn to keep the secret, arguing that Steffi didn't need to know, but Finn felt that withholding the truth was impossible. He reflected on the dark history in Luna's bloodline, given that both his birth mother, Sheila, and now his daughter had committed violent acts. Despite Poppy's insistence, Finn declared that he had to be honest. As Poppy left, Finn prepared himself for the inevitable fallout. Soon after, Naomi Matsuda, entered his office and noted Poppy's departure. She suspected that Poppy had confided in him about Luna's father and expressed regret over how she had treated both Poppy and Luna in the past. She acknowledged that Luna had grown up without a father and lamented that they still didn't know who he was. Meanwhile, Steffi confided in her parents about her struggles. She expressed gratitude for Finn's support and love, but admitted that she was still haunted by past traumas. Taylor encouraged her to process everything fully, rather than just distracting herself with work at Forrester. Steffi acknowledged how difficult it was to accept that Finn's family had repeatedly put her in danger. Despite the challenges, she believed in their relationship and the strength they had built together. However, she also admitted that she couldn't shake the feeling that new obstacles would continue to test them. At Bill's house, Luna struggled with guilt and shame. She was grateful to avoid prison but feared Finn would never see her the same way again. She had recurring nightmares in which he and his family rejected her, though she held on to a faint hope that their bond could be salvaged. Bill warned her that reconciliation was unlikely and advised her to focus on moving forward. When Poppy arrived unexpectedly, Luna hid and listened as her mother admitted her own failings. Poppy revealed she had visited the prison to see Luna, but was told she was no longer there. She feared that Luna might not even want to see her. In her hiding place, Luna frowned, unsure of what to do next. Thursday, February 13, 2025. At the Forrester mansion, Eric, John McCook, Ridge, and Taylor discussed the fallout of Carter's betrayal. Ridge was upset, unable to believe Carter's actions, and both he and Eric expressed disbelief that Brooke had sided with him. Taylor, however, was hopeful that Steffi had a plan to reclaim Forrester Creations, and she believed Carter could return to his old self with the right encouragement. She emphasized that Steffi or Daphne might be the key to appealing to Carter's conscience, though Eric remained skeptical. Meanwhile, at Forrester Creations, Carter, Hope, and Brooke were preparing for the jewelry line launch. Hope tried to cheer Carter up, assuring him that the launch would be a success. However, Carter seemed distant, and Brooke exchanged a knowing look with him. In the design office, Steffi and Daphne Rose discussed their strategy to get Carter to see the error of his ways. Daphne Rose remained determined to help Steffi, but she also seemed intrigued by Carter's potential for change. Steffi's ultimate goal was to rid Forrester Creations of the Logans once and for all, but Daphne believed Carter could rediscover himself. Tensions rose as Hope and Steffi clashed. Hope was confident that the takeover would be a success and urged Steffi to accept the new reality. Steffi, however, pointed out the betrayal and the impact it had on her family's legacy. In the main office, Daphne confronted Carter, questioning whether he could truly celebrate his success, knowing the cost of his actions. She suggested that he was betraying his true self, and Carter was left to ponder the consequences of his decisions. Brooke, observing the tension, also urged Carter to reconsider, expressing her own sorrow over the loss of Ridge's trust. As the day unfolded, both Carter and Brooke seemed to realize the deep emotional toll the coup had taken, but neither was ready to fully confront the implications of their choices. Friday, February 14, 2025. Hope and Steffi clashed in Forrester's design office, as Hope presented Steffi's implication that Brooke was unfit to lead the company. Steffi clarified that she only meant Brooke had suffered the consequences of Hope's actions, which led to Ridge and Eric being pushed out of the company. Hope insisted that this was the new reality of Forrester Creations and that Steffi would have to accept it. Meanwhile, in the main office, Brooke confronted Carter, who felt uneasy about the way things had unfolded. He expressed regret over how Ridge had dismissed his ideas, but Brooke assured him that Ridge had always valued him. On Valentine's Day, both of them found themselves longing for the man they adore. At the Forrester mansion, Eric voiced his frustration about being ousted from the company. As they watched the jewelry line launch, Ridge acknowledged his father's contribution but lamented their lack of credit. Finn, working late at the hospital, texted Steffi apologizing for missing the evening. However, he was also preoccupied with a secret, and he needed to tell Steffi that Luna was his daughter. He called to hear Steffi's voice and reiterated that they needed to talk. As the jewelry line debuted, Hope delivered a speech emphasizing Carter's leadership in this new chapter of Forrester. While the numbers looked promising, Carter's mood was not. Once alone with Hope, admitted their victory felt hollow without the Forresters. Hope was stunned when Carter suggested apologizing to Ridge and Steffi, insisting they had been wronged. Tensions escalated as Carter wrestled with his conscience, feeling like a traitor, while Hope refused to back down. As their argument reached its peak, she stormed out, and Carter's frustration boiled over. He threw a fit and smashed the gemstone heart from the necklace he had intended to give Hope. In that moment of turmoil, Ridge suddenly appeared, observing the weight of Carter's newfound power. In the week of February 10 to 14, 2025, The Bold and the Beautiful delivered a series of compelling episodes that delved deep into the characters' personal struggles and professional challenges. The narrative was rich with emotional confrontations, strategic maneuvers, and pivotal decisions that promised to shape the future of the Forrester family and their associates. Monday, February 10, 2025, Finn's Dilemma. At the Cliff House, Dr. Finn, Tanner Novlan, grappled with the weight of a life-altering secret. Luna, the child he had recently learned about, was his daughter. Steffi, Jacqueline Masinswood, sensing his inner turmoil, encouraged him to share his thoughts. Despite her reassurances, Finn hesitated, believing the moment wasn't right. He chose to focus on their anniversary, cherishing the bond they had built. Tuesday, February 11, 2025. Confrontation with Poppy. Finn's internal conflict intensified as he confronted Poppy, guest star, the woman who had revealed Luna's paternity. He struggled with the shocking news and was torn between his desire to protect Steffi and the undeniable truth. Poppy pleaded with him to keep the secret, but Finn believed Steffi had the right to know. Wednesday, February 12, 2025. Carter's guilt. At Forrester Creations, Carter, Lawrence St. Victor, wrestled with guilt over his role in the company's recent takeover. Hope, Annika Noel, attempted to reassure him, emphasizing the importance of their actions for the company's future. Meanwhile, Steffi, Jacqueline Masinswood, and Daphne Rose, Muriel Hilaire, strategized to appeal to Carter's emotions, aiming to sway his allegiance. Thursday, February 13, 2025. Hope's Valentine's Day. Hope's Valentine's Day took a turn as tensions at Forrester Creations escalated. She clashed with Steffi over Brooks, Catherine Kelly Lang, involvement in the company, leading to a heated argument. Carter, still grappling with his conscience, felt the weight of his decisions. Despite the successful launch of the jewelry line, the emotional undercurrents threatened to disrupt the company's harmony. Friday, February 14, 2025. Carter's breaking point. The week culminated with Carter reaching his breaking point. During a poignant moment, he expressed his inner turmoil, acknowledging the personal and professional sacrifices he had made. Hope, devastated by his words, stormed out, leaving their relationship hanging in the balance. Meanwhile, Finn continued to wrestle with the truth about Luna, and Ridge, Thorsten K., confronted Carter, leading to an intense showdown. As the week concluded, the characters found themselves at critical junctures, with their decisions set to have far-reaching consequences. The intricate web of relationships, secrets, and ambitions promises a thrilling continuation in the episodes to come.